The price of paid DLC in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and no, I'm not talking about the actual like monetary amount to buy all the DLCs. I'm talking about what does Xenoverse 2's DLC actually do for the game, and Bandai Namco is actually helping me because they put out a flowchart recently about different ways to discover your most ideal DLC for Xenoverse 2, and I'm going to dig into that in a bit, but for now I wanted to talk about how DLC in Xenoverse 2 has actually put the game in like a sinking ship kind of situation. Oh, I forgot to say hello everyone, it's me again, Steel J here, back to more Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 DLC information. And I wanted to talk about DLC in general with Xenoverse 2, how it's not just that the DLC costs way more than the actual game. I'm pretty sure the price of the regular game now, because it's been several years, Xenoverse 2 is like a $30–40 game now, but the DLC collectively is over $200, and this is not if you buy it individually. If you buy it in packs, not individually, in packs, it costs over $200 to get all of the DLC in this game. And obviously this is a lot, this is kind of egregious now, hence why even Bandai Namco recently put out that there's actually, hey, if you want, you know, regular things like, oh, are you here for the story, do you want to learn moves from masters, are you interested in the secrets of the universe, Super Pack 1 and 2, if you play Dragon Ball FighterZ, get the Ultra Pack for 21, blah 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 blah, right? There's basically tons of different ways you can get Xenoverse 2 DLC. Now, my main issue with this graph, and I'm going to dig into it later, my main issue with it is realistically, the game supports buying all the DLC. If you don't buy all the DLC, you are missing out on just a lot. So it's one of those games where you kind of just have to buy every pack as they come out, which is really weird. I know most people won't see it that way because the DLC releases are so long between each other, but if you're a new player getting into Xenoverse 2, you basically are just going to buy every DLC pack, because that's the most ideal way to actually experience all the content that's in the game, you know? Disregarding that though, I want to talk about how the DLCs actually affect the game overall, because the price of DLC isn't just monetary, it's also the game's stability. Now obviously the game's foundations are not as strong as, I mean, look guys, it's a 2016 game, alright? I don't think a 2016 game was supposed to support over $200 of downloadable content when the regular game was $60. And the regular game, well, I'm not going to say the game was unstable, but it wasn't like the best thing ever, you know? I think the best way to describe Xenoverse 2's current situation is, again, a sinking ship or a table that can't support the amount of weight for it. Now, obviously, the stuff you'd put on a table is like, I don't know, your keyboard, your computer, your monitor, etc., right? But Xenoverse 2 has like the air conditioner on the table, it's got another table on top of the table, it's got like a fridge on top of the table. Like, you need to think about the sheer amount of stuff that's in this game. It doesn't just end at having all of the DLC packs in this game, it also includes all of the free updates in this game, the amount of times the code has changed due to a balance patch, the amount of heavy loaded things onto the game, like tournaments. None of that stuff is listed here. Tournaments also add extra load onto the game, raid quests also add extra load onto the game, and including the more raid quests, the worse it gets, right? Expert missions, not that they add any more of those, but expert missions also add on to the game, especially because they're actually permanent, they don't cycle out like raids. Content City TV, that really drags the game down. Having multiple time portals in Content City with stuff like the double crystal raids and all those other things on, really like just hits the game hard. And especially if you have unfinished like Hero Coliseum quests, that's a million different prompts going on in Content City at the same time, making it even harder. And I want to remind you guys, the game's load has gotten so heavy now that we do have a new permanent bug that they apparently don't want to fix. We have a new permanent bug that when you start the game sometimes, it just doesn't start. You'll start the game, you'll get stuck on the, you know, screen, and you'll have to close the game and reopen it to try with the RNG gods if they'll actually allow you to play the game again this time. The issue with the game's load is becoming ridiculous, and it only happened with the most recent DLC. This wasn't a thing before, admittedly. Xenoverse 2, like, obviously gets worse, like, the longer it gets, right? But when Future Saga Chapter 3 came out, that's when this new bug came out, where you literally cannot start the game sometimes. You have to sometimes quit the entire game. And I want to remind you, when you press start game, it genuinely, if you're playing on consoles, it genuinely takes like 30 seconds to like a minute for the game to actually start. Even if you're playing on the newest like Series X and like PS5, it genuinely takes ages for the game to actually start. Just to be like, oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't actually work. Close the game, try again, skip all the opening screens again, and then go through another 30 seconds to a minute of waiting, and maybe this time we'll let you through. And maybe we won't. Maybe it'll take like actually 20 minutes to just start the game. That's a genuine, like, that's not like a small issue, that's a big issue. Because that determines whether you want to play the game or not. That determines if a human being wants to keep playing Xenoverse 2 or not. Here's a good example. Future Saga Chapter 4, that's going to release. They're probably not going to fix this bug because they don't fix any of the bugs in this game. Future Saga Chapter 4 is going to release. You're going to buy it. You're going to turn on the game, and you're going to get stuck in that same bug, but worse, because there's now a whole new DLC on top of it, right? Because they're going to add even more stuff, new characters, new moves, new effects, all of these other different things, right? You'll get stuck in this bug for even longer, and you'll just go, oh, I bought a whole DLC pack to not even play any of the DLC because I can't get into the game because it's worse than it was before. It's most likely not going to fix. I would like it to get fixed, but I want you guys to tell me now in the comment section down below how many bugs there are in this game that got fixed. I would like to know, because to my knowledge, there are not a lot. There have been balance patches, sure, but outright bugs that have been fixed, I don't think so. So let me know how many bugs you actually recall getting fixed over the course of Xenoverse 2's lifespan, because I can't recall that many. So I don't, especially now that it's basically like on Skeleton Crew mode, right? Where we don't really get that many updates anymore. It's pretty tragic. Even Bandai Namco, again, let's get into this now. Even Bandai Namco is actually putting out a most ideal way to like buy or experience like Xenoverse 2's content, right? And this is obviously subjective, because if it's like, oh, if I'm easily drawn to the newest content, right? Get, you know, the Future Saga Chapter series right away. But like, how many people actually would pay money for, like, I don't know, Ultra Super Villain Jiren, right? Like, when he's the newest character, sure, but when he's not the newest character, I don't know. Ultra Super Villain Frieza, I like Frieza, but I don't think Frieza's like the most popular, like, playable character in Xenoverse 2. That's gonna be like Ultra Instinct Goku by far. You know what I mean? Some of these are just, you know, subjective. Some of these are just depending on how you interpret it. Like, oh, I want to experience the power of a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Extra DLC Pack 4. But that's like a free update. Being Super Saiyan Blue is a free update. I don't know why they put that there. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, oh, sure. DLC Pack 4 is the pack that had Super Saiyan Blue in it. I'm very sure, right? That's the one that released with Vegeta Blue and Fusamasu. I'm pretty sure that's the one that came with Super Saiyan Blue. But that's a free update. You don't have to buy the DLC for that. They just want you to buy DLC. The trick question is that the obvious answer is you should buy everything, right? But then if you buy everything, it's more than $200. I think the exact price of all the DLC in Xenoverse 2 is $218. If you buy over, and this is, I think this is without a sale, by the way. No sales. It's $218, and then obviously if you include the game, since the game is now cheaper because of the course of time, it's $241. So, oh, and this is without buying, oh Jesus Christ, I didn't even mention this. This is without buying TP medals, by the way. And you're probably thinking, well, Steve, why would you buy TP medals? You don't need TP medals. Do you want to get your character past level 99? I bet half of you right now went, oh, he's right, he's correct. Half of you just went, oh, yeah, you're right. I need TP medals so I can unlock slots for custom partners. I need TP medals so I can level up my characters. I need TP medals for this, and that. This is without taking into account that you are spending easily over $100 so you can get your character from level 1 or whatever to level 180, right? And it's worse if you're a new player, because new players don't have the same patience we had back in the day, where we would grind Shenron Dragon Balls so we could get to level 80. Level 85, level 90, level 95, level 99. Back in those days when they were releasing the DLC packs subsequently, we would just farm Shenron to get that. That wasn't an issue. Shenron gave you like multiple levels at a time anyway, so it's like, it's fair game. But now, someone who's buying the game isn't going to farm Shenron multiple times over. They're going to go, this is really slow. Let me just spend money so I can just level up the whole way. Oh crap, it's not enough. Okay, let me spend even more money. Oh, what? It takes even more TP medals past level 99? Okay, fine. Let me spend even more money. And more, and more, and more. Bro, Xenoverse 2 is not a cheap game anymore. It is a very costly investment. You know, it's not a game. It's actually an investment on the DLC. And you easily spend over $100 leveling up one character from level 1 to 180, right? If we're being realistic, it probably only takes about 100 to go from level 99 to 180, but if you're going from level 1 to 180, it's definitely going to cost like way more than 100, and most people are probably going to do that, especially if they want to experience, like, people are going to finish story mode at like level 60, 50, maybe 40, and they're going to want to experience the rest of the game's content, parallel quests and all that stuff, just to find out the parallel quests are unbeatable unless if you're a certain level. Unless if you can farm it faster, because they need to be stronger. And some people still don't have Power Rush and Meditation. So guess what they're going to do? They're going to spend hella money, and all of that is just going to go in service to a game that when you start up, it most likely won't actually start up. So, man, this did turn into a rant, but admittedly, how else are you supposed to face this topic? This isn't just me being passionate about the game. This is a real thing that I worry that actual players will experience. I obviously want the best for the game, because as a content creator for the game, why would you ever want the worst for it? I'm going to complain about stuff that are real issues, not things that just bother me exclusively, because if the game does better, I benefit more from it. That just makes sense. So obviously, it's not just, oh, Steed hates key cancels. This is about, I hate anything that drags the game down, because the game being good helps everyone. And obviously, new players would suffer with these issues a lot, which is why I'm ranting from a new player perspective, not from my perspective, because my perspective is, who cares? New DLC pack comes out, I'm expected to spend money on the DLC. Of course, I'm going to spend money to level up my character to the new level cap as well. But for a new player, this is like a nightmare. Like, I didn't think about it, but this isn't even like Naruto Ninja Storm DLC, where it's like, oh, I like Sasuke from this specific version of Naruto, so I'm going to buy that. Or, oh, I like this version of like Naruto. Oh, I like this costume, so I'm gonna get this. In Xenoverse 2, it's like, oh, I like Ultra Instinct Goku. Oh, wait, hold on. All of Ultra Instinct Goku's moves aren't even in this DLC pack. Let's see. Oh, here we go. The rest of them are in this DLC pack. Let me get the hero, the Canton City hero vote pack. Yeah, there you go. Now I have Ultra Instinct Goku's moves. Wait, hold on. I don't have the transformation. Okay, well, now I need to go do that quest. And, crap, I'm not strong enough. Okay, let me spend some money so I can get some more TP medals so I can actually do this mission. Ah, hell yeah, there we go. Now it's looking great. Now that I have all of the Ultra Instinct moves, I want to try Ultra Instinct for a bit. Ah, damn. It's kind of hard to get into the transformation. Now I need skills that I can actually let me go into the transformation. Or a Super Soul that lets me go into the transformation. Looks like I have to wait for a certain raids to happen. So until then, I'm going to settle for this other skill in the parallel quest. Oh, that parallel quest is only unlockable if I spend the money for that DLC. So I guess now I'm going to have to do that. You guys can see the problem, right? This game becomes a financial sinkhole after a certain point. It is an investment. If you just want Ultra Instinct alone, this game is crazy. Beast, the same is going to apply to Beast. And the same with Super Saiyan Blue. Admittedly, Blue and Blue Evolved are way stronger, so you don't have to do as much to make them better. But you guys know what I mean. This game can be kind of scary if you're just playing it for fun, because it does this to you. So, yeah, I don't want to turn this into a super lengthy rant. I think you guys do get the point. This game is pretty rough on your wallet. You guys let me know personally what it's been like for you. I'll tell you guys my standpoint since we're at the end of the video now. As a content creator, obviously, I naturally just spend money on this game. The game rewards me, so I reward the game back. It's a give and take exchange. When a new DLC comes out, I buy the new DLC. I level up my characters to the new level cap, and it's done and dusted, right? That's the way it works. For you guys, I would like to know what you experience, because some of you are watching this video and you're not level 180. You know, some of you are level 140, level 120, 99, level 10 because you just got the game and you just clicked on this video. Some of you guys are going to really be going through it. So I would like to know, what is it like for you guys trying to level up or catch up to the newest content in this game? Because I want to remind you, Bandai Namco did put out this recently. They're obviously gearing up to reveal the DLC because, again, the Genki Damatsuri happens in 2 days. So obviously we're going to get the Future Cycle Chapter 40s then, which is why they're building up to it by, you know, talking about all this DLC stuff now. Again, this was 8 hours ago. So, yeah, I do think that's a pretty solid place to end the video. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. And that will be it. I do love you all. I hope you guys all enjoyed. And I'll see you all next time. Take care and peace.